So I'm going to ask you to get into the habit of creating thumbnails before you work on finished pieces. Thumbnails is an opportunity to sketch out compositions and ideas in different ways until you spot something that you like, and then you go from there. Thumbnails. I have here I took a whole bunch of photographs of different still life arrangements that I made with fruit and other things, other kinds of food, and so I'm now going to create some thumbnails. They're done very, very quickly, and you don't spend a lot of time worrying about details. So then I have another piece here. This is my lime, and then there's another line here. It overlaps, and it overlaps here. So I've got kind of where I want things to be, and now I'm going to add a little more of the details. And I often will work on the value study of this as well, like where is it really dark. So this is a little more round, and you don't have to, worry too much about the quality. It's really just getting a sense of the composition and the lights and the darks. So then there's a shadow here that's very dark. I'm going to let you look again for a second. All right, back to my paper. So there's a shadow here, and that's pretty dark. So I'll sketch that in. And then there's a little shadow over here. All right, this is really light. This is the darkest right here. This is quite light as well. Oops, sorry. Okay, so now I need some detail, not a lot, but I need some. So there is, I'm gonna sort of use these wedges to figure out where these are. And actually, I'm going to start by getting in this rind, which shows up all the way over here. And then erase back off, erase this off because this is in front of this. Okay, now I'm getting there. Set these in, don't have to have them perfect. I'm just trying to get a sense of the composition. So then there's this sort of starbursty thing in the middle here. All right. And over here. So you'll notice that this is not dead center. We know that if we were looking straight on, this would be in the center. But be careful that you are drawing what you see, not what you think you see, or what you have preconceived notions about that. That's actually up here, and these are shorter, and then they get longer, and these are much bigger in the foreground here. These wedges here. All right, and then this, and then this, and this rind is pretty dark, so I'm going to darken that rind because it's quite a strong element in the composition. And this rind, this green rind, is pretty dark as well. So those are important visually, right? And these are very light. And then there's a sense of the starburst type of things coming off of that. There's a little extra rind. There's a light rind and a dark rind. There's a light rind and a darker rind. And then this is very white, so I'll leave that empty. And this is very white. So because these are white and the rest is not, you may want to put in, and that's too much, you may want to put in for yourself a sense of the value of these. These are light. Notice I'm sketching in the direction in which the lime grows so that it feels more realistic. This is really light, it's pure white. That's really dominant, that circle of white around the lemon, this right here, right? So I'm now going to take the time to really make myself clear about that. So when I go to do this composition, I will know exactly what I'm doing. Yeah, this is quite large. So this is all pure white here. There's a little bit of a yellow rind. And then this is about the same value as what we saw in the lime. So put that in there. I'm going to darken this again just to really show myself. Yep, and then we're going to have, it's pretty light. That front lime is quite light. So I'm going to go much lighter with my pencil, fewer lines, but enough to show myself that that's white, and the rest of this is a slightly darker value. And there I have it. I have my thumbnail. Okay, so just to show you what a page of thumbnails look like, that's my citrus fruit, and there are my strawberries, sushi, a pepper, and then this composition, this photograph that I took of something in my kitchen was very vertical, so I see if I can zoom out for you. So I just turned the paper and put the last thumbnail this way, so I would get it all in there. All right, so that's what we're shooting for with the thumbnails. A lot of times students don't want to take the time to do this, and it's a really good habit to get into. You can pick one of these to work on, and then you never know. You may come back to some of these thumbnails when you're working later on. You may work some idea that you came up with here into future work. And if you just sketch one thing and go, you're missing out on possibilities and on some other possibilities that might surface if you took the time to do thumbnails. Have at it.